I think Fernie said it best in the message. This movie is a love letter to a universe no one really thought deserved it. The movie is a lot of things. It has shades of the first two Deadpool films, with a slick look of the MCU, but with a hint of compromise and concessions to the other stories. Is it perfect? No. Is it a lot of fun? Yeah. I don't want to pretend that Hugh Jackman's return doesn't bother me a little bit. We all loved Logan. But does that stop me from enjoying this film to the fullest? No. I don't enjoy this film in spite of it digging up the corpse of Wolverine, but instead enjoy this film for all the things it tries to do, and for the most part, is able to do most of it. So let's start from the top. That opening montage of Bye 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 via the Backstreet Boys had me in tears. And Wade digging up Wolverine's body had me in tears. It's weird how the movie starts out by openly telling the audience we all loved Logan, but fuck it, we got our own story to tell. Yet, somehow, it all goes back to Wade Wilson retiring and the first little bit of bullshit that I've seen online. I've seen talk of how Deadpool, the guy who gives no fucks, would never retire just because he was rejected. That's not who Deadpool was in the first two films, to which I say, yeah, people change. Characters change. You are not the same person you were when you were 15 years old. At least, I hope you're not. We then have maybe the only really weird sequence in the whole film, when Wade is being interviewed by Happy Hogan. And seriously, that's the only thing in this film that I would cut. But it is the moment that sorta sends Wade down the path of self-doubt, so I guess it's necessary. He retires. Working as a used car salesman, he and Vanessa have broken up, and he feels like he doesn't matter, like he has no purpose, he's not special. It's at this time that he is called upon by the TVA, and the jokes really start to break me. The whole "get fucked Fox" is funny. It's not a little mean as it does, kick the corpse of a dead studio, but let's go on. With his world in danger, Wade must find a replacement Wolverine. And the montage is on, from the Short King Wolverine to the Rage Wolverine to Weird Jesus Wolverine to Old Man Logan to... holy shit, I think that was Henry Cavill. And finally, the worst Wolverine of all. I enjoyed this version of the character. Granted, I'm not completely happy that he's back, but at least I can say they didn't unbury the original Logan. Look, it's complicated, but this script is getting long. With a broken Wolverine in tow, the buddied comedy duo is sent into the void and let the cameo sort of supporting characters begin. With Captain Flame On. Yeah, Johnny Storm. Now look, Chris Evans reprising his role as Johnny tickled a few lines, but at least it's not full-on Doctor Doom recasting, so let's just give him this one. Deadpool has a habit of using lesser-known villains in their films. From Francis to Essex Corp to the Juggernaut, sorta. Cable, sorta. Fire Fist, sorta. Like, they don't really have one big bad. So Cassandra Nova is a very obscure character, but between her and Mr. Paradox and the TVA, it's a three-way fight. And honestly, I enjoy the whole thing. I should probably also mention the multiple amazing fight scenes that should damn sure be standard in every superhero film, and they pull it off magnificently. From the opening skirmish, the opening slaughter of the TVA, to the desert fight between Wolverine and Deadpool, to the fucking van fight where Hugh Jackman just goes off on Deadpool and all his bullshit. And I quote, "You couldn't even save a relationship with a stripper," end quote. The Miniman fight is actioned and hilarious, and I'm running out of words to describe funny. But damn, this movie is. Additionally, we find out why Wolverine is so broken, why he is the way he is. He let the X-Men down. When he was called upon, he didn't show up. He was at a bar getting hammered, while his friends were being slaughtered. He wears the suit to remember them. Also, side note, what a great fucking costume that is. Look, I understand why they didn't use it in the old films, but in the world of Deadpool, that suit, rock solid, keep it going. They are then taken to meet the others, and by others, well, that's when the word meta might not be the right word for it. Wade has spent the whole film talking about seeking purpose. Being rejected from the Avengers destroyed him. It would be like LeBron telling a kid you're not good enough to play basketball. That can hurt you in ways others can't. Now take that view. Now take the vial that has been spewed by the internet over the last 20 years about the early Marvel films. Not the MCU films, I mean early 2000s, late 90s Marvel films. The bedrock for the superhero film boom that we're still experiencing. But all these early films were left aloft like discarded toys left to collect dust. I feel like they make use of the others in such a great way. They're seeking an ending, it's not just cameos. With the actual death of Fox came the destruction of a universe that we didn't always love, but it deserved a better chance at success if not for a lot of corporate meddling. Instead of Deadpool dancing on the grave of Fox, this universe is given the respect it's deserved. Blade, Elektra, Gambit, and Laura, aka X-23. There's something to be said about these characters going out on their own terms. They went out swinging. X-23 is arguably the best of them. She plays an important role in reminding Wolverine of who he can be. Laura repays the favor Logan gave her, giving him a chance to live his life. The battle for Deadpool's universe is on. The others, flanked by Wolverine, take on Cassandra Nova and her pawns, and honestly, I'm here for it. Elektra, Gambit, Blade, and Laura all have moments of their own to shine during the battle as they seek their ending. Wade and Logan make it to Cassandra, and in a shocking moment of mercy, Logan spares her. It's actually kind of touching when he tells her if Charles knew you were here, he would have never stopped looking until he found you. Cassandra then allows them to go back, but it's a monkey's paw. Cassandra comes to and brings with her the Deadpool core. The stakes are sort of reset and they pull a Pixar. Instead of the big team up being the final battle, it's Deadpool and Wolverine versus the Deadpool core in a gratuitously violent scene. Oh man, but it's just so much fun. But, and then here's the thing, they all heal, but somehow Peter for the win, as Wolverine and Deadpool finally make it to Mr. Paradox, who informs them that the multiverse is at stake. If Cassandra Nova is allowed to control the machine, she can destroy the entire timeline from the very beginning, leaving only the void. And in a moment of self-sacrifice, both Wade and Logan want to be the one to die to stop Cassandra. One to finally have his hero's ending, and the other one for purpose. In the end, both men share the burden of matter and antimatter, so that they can survive and Cassandra Cain is obliterated. With Wade's universe finally saved, it continues on, but with Laura and Logan alongside Wade and all his loved ones. And honestly, I get it. I understand why people might hate certain aspects of this film. I understand if you hate how they resurrected Logan for billions of dollars. I get how you feel like they sidelined a lot of his supporting cast again. You hate how Marvel and the Mouse just winked at the audience with some of these jokes. This review was a bitch to write because so many people that I respect feel so strongly about this film in different ways. This film isn't a movie without merit. It has a lot to say. It feels like a love letter to a universe that no one thought deserved it. Characters are allowed to die. A team up everyone thought was impossible. A goodbye to the foundation on which the Avengers were built. And that montage should have punched you in the feels because, well, it did me. This movie is complicated, but it's also 2 hours of fun and laughs, of action and story, and a surprisingly large amount of heart. It also ensures us that, for the time being, Deadpool will be in the MCU, and that's a good thing, as long as this is as far as he can compromise. Deadpool and Wolverine gets 9 out of 10 for me. But what did you think of the film? What is your favorite memory of the now dead Fox X-Men universe? Let us know down below, we'd really appreciate it, and we'll catch y'all next time. We'll see everybody.